Hi, this is Alex with Maple Leaf Coffee Roasters in Roselle. I'm here today to talk about a brand new dark roast coffee we have from El Salvador, the Cerro Ranas. Check it out. So this is a coffee that we've actually had in the store before. It's been about 2 years since the last time that we saw it, and all the other times that we've seen this coffee on our shelves, we've actually roasted it as a light roast, something kind of on the darker end of a light roast by our standards. And the reason that we would do that was to try to give the coffee a little bit more body and substance while also retaining as much of the flavor as possible. This time we chose to do it as a dark roast, not only for a change of pace, but also because we had an open slot coming into our dark roast category, and I wanted to give something a little bit different a shot, but something that's still a little bit familiar maybe to some of our customers. So if you remember this coffee from before as a kind of lighter or darker light medium or darker light roast, this is a coffee that had a very medium body to it, easy to drink no matter what kind of coffee that you felt in the mood for. Kind of a brown sugar, kind of nutty flavor as well. And this was something that I was able to fit on a lot of people who were maybe more in the mood for a medium roast, who wanted to venture into kind of the light roast territory and give something a little bit different a shot. So this time as a dark roast, what this coffee is going to do is going to have a little more heft to it, a little more body, a little bit more of a roasty feel. But we also didn't take it very dark by our standards either. So it's kind of on the touching ends, just on the slight end of a dark roast for us. Not super dark, not bitter or burned or anything of that nature. One fun quirk about this coffee is it is a honey process coffee as well. So the honey process is something that's kind of in between a natural and a wash process. The honey process doesn't actually refer to literal honey, but it's something that is a reference to the fact that when the coffee is being processed and the bean is being removed from the cherry, some of the coffee's skin is still left on the cherry as it's being removed. And what this actually does to the coffee's flavor is it gives it a more balanced flavor, a little bit of a kind of a fruity, sweeter tone to it, without being something that's sharp or tart or acidic. So it has a nice kind of balance between those two processing methods and is as an intermediary, something that will kind of tone down the sharpness to it a little bit, while also still retaining a lot of that great flavor that you would get out of a natural processed coffee. So we've always enjoyed coffees from El Salvador. Whenever we've had one in stock, especially in the coffee club, they tend to be on the sweeter side of things, but not like a sharp or tart sweet, something that's more of a brown sugar tone. And this is one that we definitely saw that kind of brown sugar flavor. It's usually the way that I would sell it when people would come in to give this one a shot when we have this as a lighter roast. This time as a dark roast, you get still a little bit of that sweetness to it, but this time you get a little bit more of a graham cracker kind of feel. And that's a really interesting kind of characteristic to get out of a coffee, while also being a dark roast that has a little bit more body and substance to it. So it'll leave kind of a thicker, richer coating in your mouth that will really be kind of quite pleasant overall. So if you go looking hard enough, there's a little bit of like a white chocolate kind of tint as well, and a kind of a touch of a caramel tone too to boot. So I really just feel like this is a great overall coffee. Even the bag design has a really cool picture of a frog hugging the earth on it. The name of the farm that it comes from is Cerro Las Ranas, or Hill of Frogs. So this is one of the coffee bags that we actually enjoy the artwork on. And every once in a while when someone comes in and notices that bag over our counter, they'll kind of look at it and ask about it, and I'll explain, where it comes from and where that design kind of came into place. So if this is something that sounds interesting to you, we only have one bag of this time. Normally when we bring in a single origin coffee for sale, we bring in 2 bags, and that usually lasts us between maybe 4 to 6 months, depending on how quickly it sells. So this might be one that we only have for a couple of months. And if it sounds interesting to you, I would recommend picking it up as soon as possible. I think anyone that enjoys a dark roast coffee that doesn't want a super heavy body will enjoy this coffee quite a lot. If you're a person that goes for more of a medium roast, this might really work for you as well. It has some similarities in terms of the roast level and the overall body and feel to our Vietnamese coffee that we have right now. It's not super dark, not super heavy, but it will give you some of those roasty notes that you get out of a nice dark roast. If you're a person that liked the light roast and you want something sharp and sweet, this is probably not a good coffee for you. But if you remember drinking this coffee when we had it as a light roast, this might be something that really might be a nice change of pace compared to the last time that we had this coffee in stock. So I hope everyone gets a chance to give this coffee a shot. We will have it on sale starting today, and I will look forward to seeing you in the store or online to give this one a shot. Catch you soon.